Trade recap March the 20th. Today was like a very mental draining day, even worse than yesterday. And we had like the exact same setup, a balanced day. I hit my full stop loss, my max drawdown on the day. And yeah, let's dive into it, what has happened. Basically, today was like, after the first hour, there was like this sell-off event starting to happen. And until then, we were like constantly balancing around here in this area. The first trade I've taken today was this trade here. We had like we shaped. We were balancing around a lot of here around in this area around the volume point of control for the whole time. And then we had like some big buying, some crazy aggression, and I thought that yeah, maybe I want to hop into the long from where the aggression started to shape up, but then ultimately they totally failed, and I got stopped, as you guys can see perfectly, yeah, by 1.5 points before they rallied to my expected target, which was this 15 point. It would have been perfectly hit. Whatever. Then I was like still mentally quite okay. And then we came back once more to this area where we prior made like some good kind of structure. And from there on we like got higher. And I wanted to see them after we had like this crazy sell-off and this huge negative delta starting to shape up here. I wanted to see them getting back into the highs a little bit. And eventually they did, to a certain degree, only like by 11 points. 15 points was my expected target, but it didn't got hit. And instead they failed. Yeah, what was it looking on the footprint? Because of course I'm considering the footprint, like this one here. We had like, it was hard to tell because those days like today, those are the environments where you get like those one-touch bids and you hardly are able to get into the trades. And yeah, I saw some sellers starting to shape up. We had then like this aggression from earlier, and as they were coming back once more, I thought, yeah, man, my risk is like pretty good secured. I didn't expect them to get lower below these lows. Maybe I could have waited a little bit more, especially wait once more to get into this negative area here in this delta where maybe sellers finally get absorbed. And as you guys can see, ultimately buyers started to step in and they ripped it higher from here once more. Then there would have been my expected target. And yeah, and this was the second. The other one was the first one. It was this one-touch bid, which came aggressively down, and I could have waited a little bit more for aggression of buyers. This was the second trade. Why have I taken this? Because we held this area. From there, we had like this good bidding, and sellers starting to come in. We had like this kind of expansion pattern, if you can call it like that. I like to call it like that. And I thought, yeah, I wanna trade coming back once more to this passive sellers being absorbed here. And yeah, price probably or hopefully revert back up there all the way. But they failed after like 11.5 points. Would have been a 2R, but mostly I will take a 3R. And yeah, then I was a little bit pissed, to be honest, and then started the big problem. And it's trading is so damn mental exhausting, because I'm even thinking about when I feel that like my mental state isn't properly and isn't like calm and quiet and focused, that I maybe start to call it a day. Especially we had like OPEX today, where the options get like, yeah, OPEX was basically today, and where the options expire. Now I was able to think about the word, and basically it was a constantly lower high shaping up here, which ultimately failed and broke this low here. And I was waiting for this area. Why this area? Because we prior held somewhere around in this lows, as you guys can see, and now we finally broke it. and those support turned into a big resistance. I wanted to go long from here. Why did I want to go long? Because more buyers starting to step in, and I put my limit order on this seller. To be honest, I wouldn't say this was a bad entry, but the pretty bad entry was like this one here. After we had like those crazy sellers getting absorbed, we had like this kind of a little of an expansion, and I thought, if they want to come back once more, I definitely have to be in it. And that was where I tilted. Not tilted, I didn't over trade it today, but where I was like too early on the trade, and I could have definitely waited. You see, what do you get by it? You get fucking bottom ticked. That's the reason why you should always preserve your capital, preserve your mental state, and never ever chase the market, basically. But I think it's just part of the game. A lot of insights today. If I would have waited, I would have at least got like a 12 point. I think I would have taken it until then. So would have definitely closed the day 0.5 hour up, but now I'm 2.5 hour down on the week, which is like the first negative week after 2 profitable weeks. I think on March I'm still up by 7.5 hour. And yeah, let's see what next week will bring to us.